here's how this works. For about 12 years, I did 3 hours of radio, 11 to 2 Central, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Eastern. And then I always had more to cover, so for about 3 years, I did a fourth hour. And then I did that fourth hour for a couple of years. I started doing the nightly news and trying to manage all these things, and it was taking all my energy, so I cut back the fourth hour, but still stations were carrying it. And so I started, still doing it part of the time, or at least part of it. And XM, so we can't carry 4 hours, we'll carry your second, third, and fourth. Well, really, that's not the live hour. So XM figured that out and said, well, we'll try to figure out how to pick up your first hour now at 11 a.m., but that hasn't happened yet. So people need to let XM know you're subscribing on 166 to be able to hear this show, and that you want to hear the first hour. But a lot of our affiliates do carry the fourth hour because they can't carry the first because of shows they already have. So it's the first hour, a lot of times the best, my most focused and cogent, is then re-aired in the fourth hour most days. But a lot of days I go into that fourth hour. It's kind of a specialty hour. I'm going to have Ben Fuchs, because the guy's amazing, and he really knows his stuff, cover the gut, the heart, the skin, the serotonin reuptake inhibitors first. I'm going to let him have the floor. At about 10 minutes into the next hour, I'll introduce him and stuff and let him roll. And then if he wants to take calls or something, too, he could do that. I've got some vets that are holding right now, so let's get to them. A vet named Brian in Pennsylvania said he did receive the letters. Again, if you just joined us, the vets are being told, no judge, no jury. If you have a disability, even if it's physical, we're going to take your kids. That's already starting. The CPS is. And they try to say that your wife's disabled so they can take them and not even let your family have them. So they're targeting the vets in a criminal purge. This is like Jews disappearing, and it's like, well, they deserve it or whatever. They're targeting the veterans. That's normally what communists do. This has happened all over the world. So Brian, bad news here. It's all up at Infowars.com. We've got to have this story and these letters that we've confirmed to go viral. They're just saying, hey, you don't have a Second Amendment anymore, as Rahm Emanuel promised. Tell us what happened to you, Brian.
I'm a 20-year Marine Corps vet, Iraqi war veteran. After I came back, I had a few issues. I assaulted another Marine and things like that. They put me on crazy amounts of drugs and drug combinations, where I was thinking crazier things than even when I was deployed.
Think about John Wayne, his character. But, I got in a lot of fights growing up. It's not mentally ill to get in people's fights. That's normal. But, they put you on drugs to then say you have no rights. Go ahead.
Yeah, and after I was diagnosed with a head injury because I worked in explosives for the entire 20 years that I was in the Marine Corps, all of a sudden I was no longer competent to handle my finances. I was no longer competent to have weapons. They actually were withholding about $50,000 in back pay that they owed me for until my wife signed over. I had to sign my financial rights over to my wife.
Yeah, they're criminals. You need to go get regular, real doctors to say that's not true and go to court. Okay, the VA is a criminal, anti-American organization that is horrible on purpose. It's always been there to destroy our troops. They've always had trouble with troops after a war. The truth is the government's always hated the troops. They've always hated the troops. They've always hated the troops. Unbelievable. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I agree with everything that you're saying. Keep doing what you're doing.
God bless you. All right, fourth hour with Ben Fuchs. More calls coming up.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
You prepare by purchasing gold, food, and firearms. But if you don't have a home security system, then you're missing a critical weapon in your arsenal for home protection. When you're sleeping or away from home, who's watching out for intruders? Check out Simply Safe. It's a new do-it-yourself home security system that is completely wireless. Go to GetSimplySafe.com. Simply Safe is independent and off the grid. It runs on battery power, so even if the grid goes down, you're protected. It's completely customizable, so you can use it in your home, business, boat, trailer, storage unit, or shed. GetSimplySafe.com. Simply Safe is also ridiculously easy to install yourself in under 20 minutes. so there's no need to let a stranger into your home. If you move or need to relocate, you can take the system with you wherever you go. You aren't always at home, but Simply Safe will stand guard, protecting your property 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Again, that's GetSimplySafe.com.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
All right, it's a full fourth hour of global transmission. There's a lot of stuff we can't do much about, but being healthy is something we can. And I know the last 2 years, I lost up to 45 pounds, didn't follow all of it for a while, gained about 15 back, but I'm back on a regimen. I feel great. I can work longer. I tan easier. I always heard Ben Fuchs talk about once you're on the different longevity products at InfoWarsHealth.com, less sun tans you better. And now... I'm a sun worshiper. I mean, sun makes me feel great. Like maybe when he comes back in the next segment, we're going to Ben Fuchs. He's going to co-host the hour. In fact, I'm going to turn it over to him. He can talk about why I can be depressed. They call that mentally ill. I shouldn't be able to own guns. I don't call it depressed. The other night, I worked till about 10 at night. I felt like I'd been run over, and it was the end of the world driving home. And I woke up the next morning feeling like I'd come out of a Cracker Jack box, like the Jack in the Box. I felt great. Popping out of the top. It's normal. They ask school kids, do you feel depressed ever? Do you ever get anxious? Well, you need to go on drugs. That's normal. It's normal to learn how to deal with that stuff. I used to have so much anxiety as a kid, and even as a teenager. Now I wish I had more anxiety sometimes. I'm totally calm about stuff behind the scenes, really big, dangerous stuff. I've just learned to just deal with it. That's part of becoming seasoned and becoming an adult. They want arrested development. Let's go to the troops. The veterans, about the official letters being sent out, it appears to most veterans, saying you can no longer own guns. No judge, no jury. You are incompetent. You are no longer a person. Jim in Florida, what's your quick take on this? Thanks for holding.
Yeah, how you doing, Alex? Good to talk to you, brother. I've been with you since day one, and I'm a subscriber. I support everything you do. And I just want to give a message to the American public. It is not going to happen.
Well, every veteran I talk to, and they're public as well, they're not turning their guns in. They're saying, fine, you want a war, get one.
Yeah, I'm disabled 100%. I'm a Marine, and I served in Vietnam. And that was my wake-up call. And I've been with you and everybody else since I came back from Vietnam, doing my part. So I go out and I have people that approach me and tell me their life story that they should never tell anybody, okay? And like I say, the message is it's not going to happen, and I want people out here, everything Alex tells you is the truth, okay? And you better all pay attention and get up off your thing and get involved in the fight. Burn DVDs, pass them out, mail them out, use that email, and get in this fight for your freedoms, because nobody in their right mind is going to relinquish their freedoms that we fought for, especially the veterans. And thank you and your crew and everybody that you have come on your show. And we pray for you and your family every day.
Wow, that's humbling. Man, that brings a tear to my eye. God bless you, Jim. Thank you for the call. We'll have to go to break. Jam in one more after that from Chad. And then we got calls for Ben Fuchs after that he'll be able to go to after he covers some news. 800-259-9231. One more call from Chad, a 2-minute report by Jakari Jackson on the veterans. And then I'm going to turn over the next 50 minutes roughly or so, 45 minutes to Ben Fuchs, because this medical stuff is important. And we're talking about stuff we're selling as well. That's only part of it, but that's what funds us. So InfoWarsHealth.com. See, that's why I interrupt sometimes when somebody's talking, because I'll know they don't know the stuff I know, and it's frustrating. I want to go, let me guess, and then this happened. Yeah, how'd you know? Because the globalists are following handbooks. Somebody can call me from England or Australia or Germany of what they're going through with government, and I go, and let me guess, then this happened. They're like, yeah, how do you know that? Because it's not hard. It's a playbook. It's a manual. It's standard operating procedure. And they're trying to demonize the veterans. It just proves how criminal these people are. And we don't want this civil war to take place. By the way, the globalists are still going forward with their plans, but they're losing right now. Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gates, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filters today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.
Hey everybody, Ty Bollinger here. Once again, real life, real stories.
And he discovered Carnivora, was so thrilled with the product that he shared it with his family and his friends and his patients. My dad was a family physician, he was a medical doctor.
Almost all the symptoms were either diminished or gone. Amazing product, amazing results.
It's like an amazing thing having such a profound change in how I feel and knowing that it was the Carnivora that did it.
And a lot of patients got better, ranging from immune dysfunction to allergies and infection.
Here's the toll-free telephone number to call to access the Carnivora telecast at carnivora.com on Tuesday, March 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Call 1-888-694-9666. That's 1-888-694-9666. Once again, 1-888-694-9666. Visit carnivora.com or call 1-866-VENUS-FLY to order now.
Digestive health is the key to wellness and elimination of toxins. That bears repeating. Digestive health is the key to wellness and elimination of toxins. And Pro EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse is the key to digestive health. Pro EM1 is a powerful liquid probiotic, strong enough to cleanse, gentle enough to use every day. Pro EM1 is dairy, wheat, and soy-free, contains all natural and certified organic ingredients, contains no preservatives or animal products, supports a healthy digestive and immune system, supports weight loss, improves absorption of food nutrients, aids in controlling yeast infections, is never freeze-dried, and uses 3 groups of live, viable, beneficial microbes to cleanse and remove toxins. Order Pro EM1 Daily Probiotic Cleanse at Teraganix.com, spelled Teraganix.com, Teraganix.com. Or call toll-free 866-369-3678. That's 866-369-3678. Pro EM1, the raw probiotic.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the 4th hour here. If you look at Infowars.com, we've got the headline, Temporary Tattoos Could Make Electronic Telepathy and Telekinesis Possible. And you just have a chip tattoo on your skin that then integrates with your smartphone and allows you to control the drones. This is the type of